female reproductive physiology. In the female reproductive physiology, you should be know about the anatomy first. So in the anatomical part, so I am not talking about the briefly, only simply I will tell. It has a uterus. This is a uterus. Then a pair of ovary. The ovary, it has a fallopian tube. Okay, this is a fallopian tube. In the fallopian tube, the end of the fallopian tube called fimbriate. At the fimbria, the ovaries are present. Okay, so then the cervical canal. Then this is vagina. Okay, so it can be internal and external genitalia. So internal, so mainly which contain a pair of ovaries, that is called primary sex organ, and accessory sex organs. Accessory sex organs are internal, like uterus, fallopian tube and vagina. So apart from that, the external part is also present. So coming to the female sexual cycle, there is a monthly rhythmic sexual cycle which is occurring in female during their reproductive period. That means in their entire period, so we divide into three, that is birth to puberty. So in the birth to puberty, there is underdevelopment of sex organs. There is no maturation is taking place. After puberty, then puberty to menopause. So that is in this stage, because reproductive period, there is a monthly rhythmic sexual cycle. Okay, menstrual cycle is taking place. Okay, so after that, there is a post-menopausal phase. So this menstrual cycle will stop. That is called menopause. Okay, cessation of menopause, menstrual cycle, we call it as menopause. So after that, some post-menopausal syndromes are present. Okay, so these menstrual cycles, we have, there's a cyclical changes will taking place in ovary, that is a ovarian cycle, we call it as ovarian cycle. Simultaneously, there's a changes in uterus, that is called uterine or endometrial cycle. Then cervical changes and vaginal changes. Okay, the duration is 28 days. Normally the 28 days is the duration of this cycle. It may be 30 days or maybe the less, 26 days. Okay, so these cyclic changes are occurring simultaneously. So at the same time the ovarian changes is taking place, same time the uterus is also changes are taking place, like that. Okay, the normal duration is 28 days. It is not fixed. It may be little as 20 days, sometime it will happen for some women, or maybe 45 days. Next, first we will see the ovarian cycle. Okay, so you know, two ovaries, one on each side below the fallopian tube, so which mainly produces a ovum. Okay, in the ovary, so mainly produces a ovum, that is like a egg. Okay, so like a sperm, it is like in female it is ovum. Okay, so that process we call it as oogenesis. Okay, oogenesis. And another second function, it secretes the sex hormones, female sex hormones, estrogen and progesterone. So ovary has two function. One is production of ovum, that is called oogenesis, and the second one is production of sex hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Okay, this production of the ovum, mainly each cycle, each monthly changes, menstrual cycle, there's a one ovum, a single ovum is releasing. Okay, and it depends on LH and FSH. Okay, luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. So LH and FSH are produced by what? which organ? Anterior pituitary gland. Okay. Now coming to this, this entire ovarian cycle is divided into, one is first there is a follicular phase, also call it as a pre-ovulatory phase, then ovulation is taking place, and post-ovulatory phase, that is luteal phase. Okay. First, the formation of ovum, that we call it as the stages, that we call it as a oogenesis. Okay, the formation of this primordial follicle begins around the 8th week of intrauterine life. Okay, so at the 8th week of fetal life, this primordial follicle begins to form, and at the time of a birth, there are 1 million of follicles are present. Okay, but by the time of onset of puberty, there will be only about 30 lakh follicles are present, and only around in that 400 get matured into ova. So first we will see what are the steps. The first, there is a oogonia. The oogonia undergoes the first mitotic division. So oogonia is a primordial follicle. Okay, so this again undergo first meiotic division. First there is a mitosis, then meiotic division, and release the first polar body and form a primary oocyte. This primary oocyte will form a secondary oocyte. Okay, undergo meiotic division, then secondary oocyte undergo meiotic division and release the second polar body and release the mature ovum. Okay, this is oogenesis, that is formation of the ovum taking place before birth only. In the fetal life only it will start. Okay, so after the birth there is no formation of oogonia is taking place. Okay, the follicle is not formed. Okay, so only the maturation of this follicle is taking place, that is after birth. So in this step, so up to here, okay, first there is a primary oocyte will form. Okay, primary oocyte are present, will be formed at the time of birth. Okay, in a fetal life only it is formed, but when it is undergo the secondary oocyte, that is taking place during menstrual period. Okay, next coming to the follicular phase. So that is called folliculogenesis or follicular phase, then luteal phase. So in the follicular phase, so the entire menstrual cycle, suppose this is 14 days, okay, sorry, 28 days of cycle. So in the from 1st to 5th day, that is from 1st to 14th day. Okay, so that is called follicular phase. So after in the 14th day, the ovulation is taking place. So ovum is released, and after 14th day, we call it as luteal phase. Okay, call it as luteal phase. This is follicular phase. So first to 14 days is a follicular phase. So in the follicular phase, the primordial follicle, as I told, this primordial follicle will be formed before birth. Okay, so at the time of birth only 30 lakh 40 follicles are present, sorry, 3 lakh follicles are present, and in the 3 lakh follicles, that will undergo many stages to form a Graafian follicle, that is a matured follicle. Okay, so first there is a primordial follicle, then primary follicle, then secondary follicle, then tertiary follicle, then it form a Graafian follicle. Okay, so this is the first phase, the primordial follicle. So in the primordial follicle, the diploid primary oocytes are surrounded by a single layer of flat granulosa cells. That means, so this is a nucleus which contain a diploid primary oocyte. Okay, diploid primary oocyte which is surrounded by a single layer of granulosa cells. It is like this. Okay, primordial follicle. So this follicle, primordial follicle, undergo many steps. Okay, under the influence of hormone FSH and LH, sorry, FSH secreted by anterior pituitary gland, 5 to 6 follicle start developing. means, so you can see in this picture, so I can't enlarge this one, primary follicles. Okay, so that will, from the primordial follicle it will form primary follicle. Okay, so these are the primary follicle. 5 to 6 primary follicle begins to mature. Okay, and it will form a secondary follicle. Okay, this is secondary follicle. So in the secondary follicle, in this 5 to 6, out of 5 to 6 follicle, which only one follicle will grow further and will be matured. This follicle we call it as a dominant follicle. The remaining follicles will be start regressing, and this matured follicle, one of the follicle will be maturing, right? So that develops the cavity. Okay, so this is cavity will be developed. Okay, that cavity we call it as antrum, and it has a theca externa and theca interna layers will be formed. Okay, the first only the granulosa cell layer is present. Okay, then there is a cavity is formed. That cavity we call it as antrum, that is filled with the fluid. Okay, fluid start accumulating in this cavity, and it is surrounded by a two layer, that is theca externa and theca interna. So as the follicle is maturing, the size of the cavities also increases, and size of the cell is also increases. You can see here. So in this diagram, so this is a primary follicle, very small. So secondary, okay, then tertiary, then this is a matured one. So matured one we call it the Graafian follicle. The size of the follicle is increasing in, okay, and also this cavity is also increasing. So next, one of the Graafian follicle will be formed, I told na. So that is size is 2 to 5 mm. So antrum, that gap will be larger, and the theca interna will be prominent, and it will have a estrogen secreting cells. That means the theca interna will secrete the estrogen. Okay, so that is estrogen is a female hormone, so very important hormone. Okay, so this is up to follicular phase. Understood? So I will tell it again. So in the, this is a cut section of the ovary. Okay, so at the time of in the ovarian cycle, there is a primordial follicle which is already formed in the so at the time of the birth, there is only 3 lakh follicles are present. Okay, so till the child attain puberty, there is no further maturation of these follicle is taking place. Okay, so at the time of puberty, that is 10 to 12 years of a child attaining the age, they will show a monthly rhythmic change, monthly changes. Okay, menstrual cycle will begins. That is mainly because the hormone FSH and LH. Okay, so this FSH, the follicle stimulating hormone, will begins to stimulate 5 to 6 follicles and begins to grow. Okay, begins to mature, but only one follicle, we call it as a dominant follicle, so that will form a Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle is a fully matured follicle, mainly contain, that means a matured ovum is present. Okay, in that matured ovum is present. So this is the Graafian follicle. So the matured ovum is present. This is the ovum. Understood? So in the follicular phase, the primordial follicle, initially it has a single layer of granulosa cells are present. So when it attaining maturation, a single layer become multiple layer of granulosa cells, and it will show a gap. Okay, cavity. So that cavity we call it as antrum. So this antrum is filled with the fluid. It has two layers will be formed, theca externa and theca interna. So theca interna will produce the estrogen. Okay, will produce the estrogen hormone. Okay, so next, so in the Graafian follicle, as I told, there is a oocyte is present. So oocyte mainly contain what? The chromosomes. Okay, very important, the nucleus. So formation of secondary oocyte. What is this? So prior to ovulation, there is a primary oocyte of fully matured Graafian follicle completes the first meiotic division. Okay, completes the first meiotic division and form secondary oocyte. So go to oogenesis. Okay, this oogenesis. Go to oogenesis. So this is the primary oocyte is present. Okay, now in the primary in the primordial follicle, the primary oocyte is present. When it is go for maturation, when it form a Graafian follicle, this primary oocyte undergo first meiotic division and release the first polar body and form secondary oocyte. Okay, it will form secondary oocyte. This secondary oocyte mainly contain haploid number of chromosomes. This contain diploid. Okay, so secondary oocyte will contain the haploid number of chromosomes, so that is very important. Okay, so undergo completes the first meiotic division and form secondary oocyte with haploid nucleus and release the first polar body. Okay, so now ovulation. So what will happen now? At the time of 14th day, there is increase in estrogen secretion. Okay, so mainly because of estrogen surge, increase in estrogen concentration, this hormone will cause ovulation, that is release of secondary oocyte. We call it as ovum from ovary into peritoneal cavity. That means, remember, the Graafian follicle will not release. So the Graafian, it is a follicle. Okay, so from the follicle, the only the egg or a ovum is releasing. So this ovum mainly contain what? The secondary oocytes. Secondary oocyte contain a haploid number of chromosomes. Okay, so okay, here at the time of ovulation, the temperature will increases and it is the most fertile days to get pregnant. Okay, mainly due to formation of a hormone, the LSS. The luteinizing hormone will also increases because of increase in luteinizing hormone, and also because of what? Estrogen. Okay, so now this is the secondary oocyte will be formed. So at the time of ovulation, there is a rupturing of the follicle is taking place. Okay, the rupturing of the follicle and release of the ovum. Understood? So this is called ovulation. Now what? Now the primordial follicle become Graafian follicle. In the Graafian follicle, the primary oocyte undergo first meiotic division and form the secondary oocytes. At the time of ovulation, because of the LH surge and estrogen surge, the ovum is released. So as I told, is the most fertile period. Okay, some of the indications are there. Okay, to how to check the ovulation, some of the indicators. The first one, there is an increase in basal body temperature. Okay, because release of the hormone, body temperature will increases. There can be examination of cervical mucus. That means from the cervix, the mucus will be secreted. It is a very thick secretion is taking place. So they will examine endometrial biopsy, then estimation of the hormone level, ultrasound examination of the presence of follicles or a maturation of the follicles can be seen. Okay, these are the indicators of ovulation. So next coming now, ovum is released. Okay, so if the follicle is ruptured, so after that what will happen, there is a luteal phase. So this luteal phase is having three steps. One is a formation of corpus hemorrhagium. Okay, then formation of corpus luteum, then formation of corpus albicans. So here now the ovum is released, right? Immediately this ruptured follicle is filled with the blood. You can see here, right? So blood clot, so blood is filled, that is called corpus hemorrhagium. Okay, so after that, this corpus hemorrhagium, there is a so after this around 16th day, this blood spot, this blood clot are replaced by a lipid rich luteal cells. Okay, lipid rich luteal cells get filled. Okay, so that is called corpus luteum. It will form a corpus luteum. Understood? So first, after the rupturing of the follicle, immediately this ruptured follicle is filled with a blood clot, blood, that is called corpus hemorrhagium. So after this, blood clot is replaced by lipid rich luteal cells, hence the name corpus luteum. Okay, if this corpus luteum is also secrete the estrogen and progesterone till the around 24th day. Okay, till the 24th day, this corpus luteum is start producing estrogen and progesterone. Progesterone is very important. So now this released ovum get contact with the sperm. Okay, get contact with the sperm or any fusion is taking place, then the pregnancy will continue, right? The ovum, if there is any fertilization with the sperm, the fetus is formed, the growing fetus, this corpus luteum will maintain the pregnancy. Okay, corpus luteum, by releasing the hormone estrogen and progesterone, will maintain the pregnancy till the formation of placenta. Okay, so after 3 months only the placenta will form at the 3 months. So till the 3 months, so this corpus luteum will provide necessary things to the growing embryo, okay, to the fetus, that is like estrogen and progesterone hormone. So after this, after the formation of the placenta, placenta will produce this hormone estrogen and progesterone and maintain the pregnancy. So if there is no fertilization is taking place, then corpus luteum, there is a regression of the corpus luteum is taking place, that will form a corpus albicans. Okay, that will form the corpus albicans, and the corpus albicans and other tissues, other blood cells, degraded cells will be shedded from the body through menstrual bleeding. Understood? So after this, again the next cycle will begin, like follicular phase, then ovulation, then luteal phase. If there is no fertilization, this corpus luteum will regress, corpus albicans will be formed. So like this the cycle will, every month the cycle is taking place. Understood? So just you have to remember, in the ovarian cycle, if the question is ovarian cycle, that only you have to write. You should not write other things. Okay, so in the ovarian cycle, so first it is a 28 days cycle, normally 28 days cycle. It has 3 phases: pre-ovulatory phase, ovulation and post-ovulatory phase. In the pre-ovulatory phase, that is, there is a formation and that is the maturation of follicle is taking place. There is a formation of Graafian follicle, hence the name follicular phase. By the influence of FSH and the estrogen, there is the primordial follicle, there is a single layer of granular cells are present. So 5 to 6 like this follicle begins to grow and become maturing, but only one cell will be matured completely and form a secondary oocytes. At the time of ovulation, this secondary oocyte is releases, that is called ovum is releasing by the action of LH surge and estrogen surge. Okay, this the rupturing of the follicle is taking place. This ruptured follicle is filled with a blood clot, that is called corpus hemorrhagium immediately. So after this, at the time of 16th or 17th day, this blood clot is replaced by corpus, sorry, uh, replaced by lipid rich luteal cells. Okay, so this will maintain the pregnancy by releasing the hormone estrogen and progesterone. If there is no fertilization, this will regress and it will form a corpus albicans. Okay, so that's complete the ovarian cycle.